Hello, fellow crypto degens. I want to give you a little monthly update here. We'll talk about some different crypto plays right now. Talk about what's going on in the markets, what's moving them. Over the past month, we've been going up. It's been ever so slightly, obviously, but we've been going up. You see Bitcoin creeping up here from 37 change now up to 44, 8, almost 49 or 45. We got to get past that 45 point to really, and hopefully close there a couple of days in a row to push us through and hopefully take that next wave up here into cryptos. Now, obviously, Bitcoin dominance is pretty strong right now. So as that moves up, the Bitcoin dominance should fall, and then the alts will follow it up. But at first, the alts will be a little bit slow to follow it up. But we're seeing different things move for different reasons here. Wanted to jump into XRP. As a lot of you guys know, there's SEC lawsuit obviously going on, and I think they're about to wrap it up here with Ripple Labs. XRP is Ripple Labs. And as soon as that wraps up, I expect this one to take off pretty good. I wouldn't be surprised to see it go up 2 or 3 times in a very short period of time. And remember, XRP and XLM, Stellar Lumens, run alongside each other. And Stellar is about 20 cents right now, and XRP is around 83 cents right now. To me, two really, really good buys and things that I'm going to really start buying over the next week or so here and hope for that run up. Hope the SEC, if there's some kind of settlement here. As soon as that settlement's arranged, it'll all of a sudden go back on Coinbase, go on all these other platforms that it was delisted from. And then we'll see a nice price movement and we'll be moving up from there. So those are two definitely big plays that I like a lot here moving forward. XRP, I think, could be, easily get to $3, $5, $10 over this year here during this bull run. And guys, I do think we're going to hit this bull run. It's going to start again. This war kind of stalled everything, and that's going to keep going on for a while. Don't think this is ending anytime soon. This Russia and Ukraine conflict, this is probably going to move. And I don't want to be doom and gloom here, but there's a really good chance this moves into World War III type scenario with all different countries getting involved for different reasons. China going into Taiwan and Middle East getting involved. It's just going to be, I'm going to leave that for another day. But these factors, I think, will only help the case for gold, silver, and cryptos really moving up. So very good plays right now. I still see this bull going into hopefully towards the end of this year, maybe even as late as in the 2023 here, potentially in the early 2023 before we finally hit that bear market and maybe go into a crypto winter. Maybe we will, maybe we won't, who knows. I'm not a soothsayer, so we'll see what goes on here. But those are two good plays, XRP and XLM. Two others I really like, and I think I put those in the low cap gems about a month or so ago, AMP and Veracity, VRA. Do two different things. So Veracity, VRA, that's a metaverse play, and that is video. And they use Vimeo, a lot of Vimeo, but they do a lot of video and video creation for the metaverse. Can be big and very, very important as the metaverse grows here, right? So this is definitely a real, call it a risk reward, high risk, high reward. I don't think it's a high risk. I think it's a really low risk play. It's only 2.1 cents right now. I mean, I've been buying it since it was 2.8, 2.9, 3.1. So it's down. I've been dollar cost averaging buying a little bit more and more here. I'm going to hold that one probably for at least a year or 2 or 3, if not longer here. Most of my plays I do longer term, but there's going to be certain ones I'm in and out of. As XRP and XLM, if that settlement happens and XRP runs up and XLM follows it, I might dump a little bit, put it into some stable coin and have some dry powder on the sideline as the market changes. So AMP, which AMP collateralizes asset transfers, does stuff with staking as well. Whole other purpose. That one's 2.6 cents, another real low cost play that I think is a growing, it's a newer company, been around for a couple of years, I believe, but it's definitely going to be a play here into the future. Two that I like a lot. And then we'll get into crypto.com. As you guys know, you see them advertising everywhere, right? They're not going anywhere. They've poured so much money. I think it's $750 million they paid for the Staples Center Arena. Some ridiculous amount of money for the naming rights of that. So it's crypto.com arena now, and Cronos, CRO, is their token. And it's roughly around 45 cents right now. Been buying it since it's in the 20s. Love it. It shot up to 90 cents here. I think it was in the fall in around November time here before the market turned again, late November around Thanksgiving time. I think this is going to take another run up again. I expect it to be into the dollars over the next year here, dollars meaning one, maybe even two. We'll see where it goes here, but it's not going anywhere. It's not going away anytime soon. Same with the FTT, which is the FTX exchange, and now they have a US presence, FTX US. They're starting to make a real good play here. They're growing, and they're going to be pouring a lot of money into advertising. Obviously, Coinbase, I don't have to say anything about that. They've gone public. They are advertising everywhere. When I watch basketball games, I see Coinbase like digitally put onto the floor. I see Crypto.com put on the floor. I see Crypto.com and Coinbase on uniforms even too. And now we see with baseball here, we see what goes on now that they had a settlement here. They can advertise on their helmets and uniforms, which is really annoying to me. But hey, that's the way it's going here. It's the way to generate more revenue for these guys. So I guess that's what's going to happen. So those Crypto.com, Coinbase, FTX exchange, look for them to continue to grow and go more, even Binance potentially too, but they don't advertise the same way. They're the biggest exchange. They've been around for a while. And I'm going to get into one of my favorite changes. I've told you a few of you guys about it. And I'm going to post a link here so you guys can use my referral link there, because I think they give you extra money if you do that. Bitmart. And Bitmart is one of the, has a ton of these low cap plays, and I really like Bitmart. Easy to use. You do have to transfer crypto over to it. I don't think it's as easy to use credit card or anything like that, but just transfer stablecoin. I usually do it USDC or USDT over there to it, and then buy what I want to, or Bitcoin, and move it over there and buy some stuff. You could just turn it into whatever. But it's a great platform. Talk to them a bit in a December conference in Miami, one of the crypto conferences. I'm going to be going again. I think they're going to be here again at the Bitcoin conference, which I'm going to April 6th through the 9th here in Miami again. So hopefully get a lot more info for you guys from that I can give to you guys in the Patreon group here. I know they're planning on some huge announcements. Last year, you guys know they did the El Salvador announcement. Was at the Bitcoin conference in Miami last year, where they announced that Bitcoin was going to be their currency besides the US dollar. Apparently the news coming out this year is going to be even bigger than that. They're going to have even more than that going on. So very, very important. Keep your eye on that. It's going to be a lot of good information coming out of it, which is going to be, useful to cryptos, or it's going to bump it up. We're going to have the bump normally going up into this conference. If you're looking to play Bitcoin right now and some of these other cryptos leading up to the conference, you have to run up to the conference, maybe sell some of it, take some profits, put it aside, and then after the conference, there might be a little dip and then come back up again after that. Just look for that. It's usually what happens. I do a lot of trading off these conferences, depending on if it's a Solana conference, depending on which one it's going to be. Those are the ones you want to play. And Bitcoin's obviously the big one here, and that's the one that's going to be played in this. But there'll be other announcements with it. Decentralized finance, the DeFi play will be big in here as well. That's really, really growing, expanding, guys. I'm really getting into the DeFi space. I'm going to have a lot more info for you here coming up on that. But it's not the only thing growing. So, but before I get into my next part here, I want to talk about Theta and Theta Fuel, which, by the way, you can get on Bitmart as well. Very difficult to get. You can get T Fuel on the Crypto.com app. Can't get Theta on that. But get Theta Fuel. You can stake them. I think you stake Theta Fuel for 8%. I believe you do have to have 10,000 T Fuels, if I'm not mistaken. I think you need 1,000 Theta to stake, but Theta is only paying about 3%, and they pay T Fuel rewards. Whereas T Fuel is paying a little over 8% or 8.2%. A little bit better play. I stake quite a bit of that. Then you have Persistence XPRT, really difficult to get, right? You have to get this either from Caleb and Brown, the broker, or you got to get it from Ascendex or KuCoin. You can get on KuCoin and transfer it over and put it into your Persistence wallet and stake it and earn 35% rewards. That 35% rewards will go through 2023, April of 2023. After that, for 2 years, the rewards would drop to 17.5%. Still really great rewards, guys. And you can compound it. I've been really pounding this one over the past year and growing my Persistence portfolio here. It's another good one for you to play besides Theta and Theta Fuel and T-Drop, by the way. So because I stake T Fuel and Theta, I earn T-Drop, which is their NFT token, which is, I think they're the 9th biggest NFT exchange right now. And they are getting larger, and they're going to continue to grow. They're going to be a big play, not just in NFTs. They're going to be a big play in the metaverse. But their biggest play, their co-founder, Steve Chen, was the founder, was the co-founder of YouTube. So Theta TV is a competitor to YouTube, and it's decentralized. So it's a great, great play. So let's get into the NFTs here. Obviously, the Bored Apes Yacht Club bought Yuga Labs. I heard that Yuga Labs have CryptoPunks. I think CryptoPunks are #1 in the NFT space right now in popularity and cost. And Bored Apes is somewhere around 4 or 6. And then there's Mutant Bored Apes or something that's like number 9 or 10. So NFT space is growing, growing, and growing, and where it's going to continue to grow even into the real estate world. A lot of people on here are real estate investors in our Patreon group. The first house was sold as an NFT in Florida a little over a month ago for $631,000. It was sold in ETH on OpenSeas, OpenSeas.io, which is the biggest NFT exchange out there, guys. And I don't like the digital artwork. That's not for me. The Bored Apes it's entertaining, but I'm not paying anything for them. It doesn't mean anything to me. I'd rather have cryptos that do something for me. But it's going to continue to grow. NFTs are going to be everything. It's going to eventually be your medical records. It's going to be the deeds recorded in the county record on a blockchain will be an NFT. Our mortgages will become NFTs. Non-fungible tokens is what that stands for, guys, for anybody who doesn't know what an NFT is. Smart contracts are all going to be within those. And it's going to be easier to transfer real estate, easier to transfer mortgages, all these things because of NFTs. NFTs, everything's going to be tokenized. Look for everything in this world to be digitally tokenized. This iPhone is going to be an NFT. It's going to be tokenized here in a very, very short future. Everything's going to be tokenized. This pen may be tokenized. Everything's going to be done that way, right? All computers, all software, all these things. That's where we're headed. That's where the world is headed. And that's what's coming, guys. So be ready for it. And the metaverse is coming. So be prepared for it. Again, a lot of the guys here on this group, you're my age or older, and it's not going to be for us. It's not really so much a play for us, but my kids, the millennials, that generation too, you got Gen Z, Gen Y, whatever you want to call them, and the millennials, it's going to be a big play for them. When I say millennials, I'm saying the ones under 40 years old. The ones 40 and over still fall more into Gen X, like most of us here, and baby boomers. So it's not going to be the play for a lot of us in the metaverse, but it is going to be more than we think. We're going to utilize it more than we think, but our kids will utilize it like crazy. So it's going to be big. And let me tell you some of the big players in the metaverse right now. So HSBC, one of the biggest banks, a Hong Kong-based bank, just bought some parcel land in Sandbox. I think they paid like 2.1 million or some ridiculous amount for it. So some of the other players in the metaverse, Coca-Cola and Gucci, who's selling digital bags, and digital bags are selling more than the real life bags are, which just blows your mind. Wendy's is in there, believe it or not, Louis Vuitton. You've got Burberry, which is another digital fashion. Balin, I'm not going to pronounce this right. I'm not even going to try to do it. It's another digital fashion company, Balenciaga, it's some French company probably. Nike and Adidas, a lot of you guys know those obviously, right? But they're also all invested in the metaverse here. Apple is going to make their own metaverse here. So is Microsoft, so is Amazon, so will Walmart, and all these companies are going to get involved and create their own little metaverses. You may be able to buy clothes in one metaverse, and your avatar, you may be able to transfer from one to the other, right? These things might be able to cross-reference and bring them all over. This is where we're headed, guys. All right, just be prepared for it. All right, I'm going to try to catch up with you guys every 2 weeks here with updated videos on what's going on here, if not more. I'm hoping to make this a weekly thing, and I will catch you in the next video, guys. Take care.